off the crossbar. Crystal left fielder down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. Off the deflection. Off the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
Hello and welcome folks to the Flemington Ice Arena, and tonight we have some playoff hockey here on HCTV. Central will be facing off against Watchung Hills here for the Skyland Cup quarterfinal round. Central is coming off two wildly lopsided games, that being the win over Bernards and the somewhat devastating loss to Pingree. Central will be looking to clear their heads in this first period and, get back to playing their brand of hockey. Rough one on the road, and that happens obviously as a team. They go through a couple rough patches here this season, and they've kind of always had a pretty good bounce back. Again, this team has not been very streaky. There's been no times where they've really won a ton of games in a row, and there have been no times where they've lost a ton of games in a row. So it's a team that definitely struggles with the consistency a little bit, but as we're going into the playoffs here, they really got to look to come out of this game really strong, because they got to go right back against Pingree if they end up winning this one. Pingree handled North Voorhees with ease, so Central with a win tonight will advance to facing that familiar foe on the road. So put something together tonight. Maybe you can take something into that game. After an 11-1 loss, it definitely can feel like, I know from playing sports of my own, that really feel like nothing's going to go your way, but this is a team that, they've taken some bad beats and really came back and played the way they always play. So hopefully they can do that tonight, and hopefully they can do it early here in this first period. This Watchung Hills team is a team that they have not had trouble with in the past. Been able to win. They won 7-0 last year in the regular season, so should be able to take care of them. The only question is can they find their feet early on in this first period here. Bit of a sparse crowd here tonight for the student section. A lot less than you would expect at a playoff game. That's because of the state semifinals in wrestling. There's a lot of people at that one, and unfortunately we can't cover that one as well because, well, NJ.com's got the call on that one, so if you want to watch that, that would be on NJ.com. But this game should be an exciting game, especially here early on, and hopefully Central can put this one away early. That definitely add a lot of confidence going up against Pingree. And they're going to need it because Pingree has been playing some lights-out hockey recently, and if they get past Pingree, there's a good chance they'll have to go back against Hillsborough, which they actually were able to take down Hillsborough earlier on this season. But, Hillsborough has strung together quite the back half, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there's been a couple things here for Watchung Hills as well. They did beat Ridge 5-0, which not a lot of people saw coming, and definitely not a team that Central can really take their feet off the gas pedal all against. This is a team that is very capable of winning games and can come up big sometimes. So we'll see how Central starts this one. Looks like we're about set to go. Like there might have been a slight issue with the net, the Watchung Hills net, that is. All right, so puck drop happening here in a moment. Top line out for Central. That is Turnbull, Catalano, and Meyer. The line that is responsible for way more than half of this team's points this season. 89 out of the 144 points have been scored by this top line. That is assists and goals. It's going to be sent down the ice into the offensive zone. Catalano will give chase. This one finds its way all the way out to Flynn, and Flynn will work his way in. He'll send it into the corner. Works his way down. And Hills will get on it here. That one was moved up to P-Tac, and now Joglikar will get on it for Watchung. This one dropped in, and Flynn will stop it behind the net. It's taken away here. Can't quite catch the number on that one. That was done. And sent all the way down and in. Kiefer Mulvey will be starting for Watchung Hills and net. They have 4 goaltenders. They could have gone with a number of them, but instead they will go with Kiefer Mulvey. He's definitely proved himself to be the most consistent the entire crew. That one found its way to the front of McMillan. He slowed it down, and now this is taken by Murphy. Michael Murphy in over the line. Murphy with a shot, and that one is swallowed up by Mulvey as Murphy goes hard into the boards after that one. So again, there's been some similar issues as the last games as, you know, Central's top line has definitely put together a majority of the offense, and we've talked about it a lot on the broadcast. You know, the other line's not really putting together what they want, but recently Kyle Easley has really stepped up his game a lot. He's got 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points. Easily that next man up scorer for sure for the later lines here. The Easley, Kelleher, and Murphy line is out right now, and this line is kind of finding their footing a little bit better recently. They finally started to put some pucks in the net, so definitely something to look out for tonight. Sweet's going to try and sweep that away. That one's taken back by Hills, but this one eventually finds its way back to Pileski. Here's Easley. He will flip it in. That was collected behind the net by Dowd, but it's off a couple sticks in front. Here's a shot from Turnbull that's over the net. This one sent down into the corner. Turnbull's going to work for it. And now this one will be sent ahead, looking for Rozek. Rozek's able to get on it. That shot is wide and goes into the corner now. Come out to the blue line. Joglicka will look to put it in for Rozek, but it's taken away here by Central. In over the line. That shot was blocked away by a stick in front. Now Meyer will collect it. Fighting for it. And this one's going to go all the way past, and icing will be waved off as it was right on McMillan's crease. Sorry. I'm gonna look. Just hold it. A bit of audio trouble there. The connect wasn't quite going the way we wanted it, but here it is. This is taken away here by the face-off win. Oh, and that one slides right off the stick of the Watchung Hills player, and in they come. Central, it's Catalano had a couple men, but was broken up in front by Siffert for Watchung Hills, and this one comes down to Meyer. Meyer with a nice spin. Meyer will send it back for Flynn, who shoots one. That one's stopped by Mulvey. In behind the net here. It was chipped away by Marino. Oh, this one comes right out in front. Gennaro found it in his skates, and now Siffert will flip it ahead and goes through the stick of Griffin Dunn, and now Dunn will take it back the other way here. Looking ahead for Kelleher. Kelleher fanned on his attempt to knock it into the zone, but he eventually succeeded, and now this is taken again here by Dowd. Brandon Dowd's going to send it ahead, but this one is too far, and Murphy's able to get on it. Kelleher with a shot, and that one was whisked away by Mulvey. This one's off the skates of Joglicka, and now it's taken by Kelleher. Kelleher lost the handle. Bounced around, and now Pileski will settle it. Pileski is to make a spin move to get away from P-Tac. And now that one's held at the line again. So a lot of play in between the blue lines so far in this one. Not a lot of great opportunities for either team. Easley with some nice moves. Kyle Easley into the zone. Here's a chance, and he sends it high. Kyle Easley strung together some nice moves there. Got around all the defense, just couldn't quite get the shot on. So now it will be the top line again here for Central. Turnbull, Catalano, Meyer, and the defense pairing looks to be Sweet and Pileski. Let's fight forward on the faceoff. That's eventually won back by Siffert. He blows a tire, and this is now audio cuts keep happening. Unfortunately, we'll try and get that sorted out here. Sweet's going to get it up for Meyer. Meyer loses his footing. Fernandez in the corner. This one comes out in front. Ooh, that was dangerous play there. McMillan was able to shuffle it out of the crease. Still at the side of the net. McMillan can't cover. Central needs to get this one out of their zone. This one comes all the way back to who fires it back in. Siffert working for it, and he stays with it. Oh, that one almost, oh my goodness. And Blaze Perez right in front of the net, and he almost sent that one in. Central definitely needs to tighten up a little bit on defense here. See what Turnbull can do with this opportunity. He sends it right in front. Oh boy, Sweet had a chance on that. This one comes back the other way, sent into the zone, and it will be an icing as Dunn is the first one back. So the faceoff will be in the offensive zone for Central. And now I'm back. So this will be Marino skating it down the wing, and this will go into the corner here for Watchung Hills. They're going to battle with it. Oh, and a nice hit. Now this one will be Flynn pinching in to try and get possession for Central, and Schneider lays a nice little lick on. Can't quite see who that was for Watchung Hills, and now Schneider's going to keep working for it, trying to get off the stick of P-Tac, and Schneider's still staying strong on it. Good forecheck from Henry Schneider here as he's trying to keep it in the zone, waiting for other attackers to come, and that was Turnbull who eventually got there, and now Meyer will settle it. Meyer tries to put it across the center, but Joglakar's there. Joglikar had a feed for Fulman, but Fulman couldn't quite stay with it, and now this is taken again here. This is Dowd now for Watchung Hills. And here comes Turnbull. Turnbull with a burst of speed. Turnbull will send it across. He was looking for Catalano there, but the pass didn't quite find him. Now Catalano's back on it here. Catalano with a shot and a save made by Mulvey. Central now finally finding their legs a little bit here in this one. Couple nice opportunities in the row there for Central, just slightly off. Been a goal there if that pass. Definitely a tough pass to make though. Catalano's able to beat the men to the back, and ooh, that one had a chance there as it didn't quite get under the glove of Mulvey. Here's Catalano. Catalano will drop it for Meyer, who sent it to Catalano. They score! Catalano with a nice shot in the finish and a nice pass from Meyer, and it is 1-0 Central. Just a beautiful goal there from Central there, you know. Perfect tic-tac-toe, Meyer to Catalano. Just not much of a chance for Mulvey to get his pads down, and Central's got a 1-0 lead here in the Skyland quarterfinal. So that'll be Catalano's 14th on the year from Meyer. That'll be his 18th assist, and this is going to be sent ahead. Oh, and was Marino almost getting an intercept there. Oh, and look out, this one's given away right in the center there, but Blaze Perez couldn't stay with it. Marino will get back on it for Hills, and Meyer stood his ground. Meyer looked to put it across, and Siffert's going to send it back in. This is from behind the red line, so it will be an icing. 6:20 to go in this first period here. Central has gotten the early lead here. Central really scored on their first real big scoring chance. I mean, they've had a couple other ones, but the pass wasn't quite on. Nice little dump from Pileski to Kelleher. Oh, and a nice move there. Easley was trying to get it out in front there. Comes back to Sweet. Sweet tried to put it forward, and Siffert is there to dump it in. McMillan will leave it to rest behind his net for Pileski. Pileski with a nice move. Pileski's going to really take his time here to let the play develop. Pileski looked for Murphy. Couldn't quite get it to him, but Kelleher's there, and this one comes all the way back to Sweet. Sweet sends a shot that was redirected by Murphy's stick. There's another shot, and the wraparound try for Kelleher doesn't go. So some more good chances here for Central to really get more on top of this one. Face-off will be in the offensive zone. It's Murphy, Kelleher, and Easley out there for Central. It's one back by Hills, and now fighting for it behind the net, eventually taken by Kelleher, who sends it back across. Easley's stick was tied up, so didn't quite get to him. Here's Flynn. Flynn shoots one that goes off a stick in front and out of play. We're back here. Here is Dunn with a shot, and that one gets knocked off a stick in front again here and goes out of play. So another offensive zone face-off for Central. Apologize for the inconsistent commentating here as we've been trying to figure out which headset's going to do the best job, and I think we found it. Here's Catalano with a quick shot off the face-off. A nice stop by Mulvey. Here's another shot from Flynn that Mulvey's able to get. And now it's taken away by Siffert. Siffert trying to go ahead for Rozek, but it's taken back by Central. Here's Meyer. Meyer gets it poked away from him, and now Joglakar will get on it for Watchung Hills. This one looking for Rozek is caught by Dunn. Dunn's able to get on it. Dunn with a nice move. Dunn gets hit from behind and almost able to stay with it. Oh, and here's a chance here for Catalano to spring free, but he couldn't quite get it past the stick of Gennaro. So this one comes behind the net for Central. Catalano. This one is poked away here from Turnbull. Turnbull is going to work his way up across and back across for Turnbull, and somehow Mulvey got across to make the save. Unbelievable stop from Kiefer Mulvey. There's another shot that's paddled away by Mulvey. So big opportunities there from Central. Now Carp. This one drops all the way back for Pileski here. Pileski sends it off the glass, and this will come all the way down here as Dowd will collect it for Watchung Hills. Gorski comes in fast. Had a chance to really take that one away, but this one comes out. Seen a little bit of fireworks from this Karpy, Gorski, Schneider line. Early on, Gorski had the nice hit. in his own zone on the Watchung Hills player. Now this one will be sent in, and McMillan will stop it for Sweet. Sweet gets it poked away from him by Fullman, but he gets back on it. Here's Carpy. Carpy's going to work his way forward. He gets bodied on my number 13, who's not on my sheet. Here goes Pileski. Pileski will drop it for Schneider, who can't get it past Mulvey, who has been very good in these last couple minutes here as he's had to stop some multiple grade A scoring chances. Here's the offensive zone draw. It looks like Kelleher will take it. Can't get on top of that one. Here is Yarrow. Yarrow trying to work his way for it. This one is taken here by Easley. Easley with a shot. That one's paddled away by Mulvey. That one, oh, good keep at the line from Forbes, and this one will go in behind the net. Hills is just looking to get out, but they flip it out of play, so this will come right back into the zone. It's a draw for Kelleher. He wins it back. This one comes to Forbes. Forbes keeps it in. Forbes with a shot. That one's wide of the net. And now it will be banked off the boards. Oh, but Yarrow with the in there. So the face-off is going to go all the way back to the defensive zone for Central because it looked like Yarrow might have hit one out. Here's Catalano trying to push it forward. Catalano gets back on it here. He'll flip it ahead for Meyer. Meyer is going to stay strong on it here as Meyer go flying into the boards there. Joglekar is able to pick up the loose change, and now this one's sent. Ooh, and a good chance to redirect it for Meyer as that one went wide. Here is Flynn. Flynn can't get it past the stick of Rozic. This is taken by Siffert. Siffert looking for a penalty call there, but he doesn't get it. This one's dropped in, and McMillan will settle it here for Dunn. Dunn is going to get it up for Meyer. Meyer's got Turnbull. Turnbull's going to go down the center here with a nice move. Turnbull right in front of the net, and it doesn't quite go there. Looking for a hole on Mulvey. Here is Flynn with a shot. That one is sticked away in front. Here is Meyer working with it. This one's taken by Blaze Perez. Perez got it up to Rozic. Rozic passed to someone who wasn't there, and here's Dunn. Dunn will flip it back into the zone here for Central. Behind the net, Siffert. Siffert was able to win the battle with, oh, I spoke too soon there almost, as Meyer and Siffert going at it there, and now this one's taken away eventually here by Turnbull. Turnbull had Catalano, but Catalano was in motion, so it was hard for him to hit him. Dowd will try and fight for it with Meyer. Meyer gets bodied eventually there, and now this one's sent to Flynn. Flynn with a nice move. Flynn has to slow up. I think they'll get the offside here. Under a minute to play here in the first period, and Central still has the 1-goal edge here to start this one. Kelleher can't quite get on that face-off. Here's Dowd. Dowd, oh, it's batted down by Easley, and Kelleher's the first to play it, so it will be a hand pass. So an offensive zone face-off here for Watchung Hills, and this is one that Central's really got to watch out for. They cannot let Watchung Hills get any momentum in this last minute, because it definitely will carry over to the second period. And oh, there was almost a chance there right in front for Fernandez. Wide there. Here's Sweet. Sweet is going to get it up for Kelleher. Kelleher, the pass was maybe a little too strong for Murphy. Here is Pileski. He finds Sweet. Sweet's going to come up the wing, and that's it. Oh, and now some extracurricular here as Dowd gave Sweet an extra shove, and Sweet responded in kind. So there's the first period here. For Central, a little bit more words, and they will go to the locker room here. Central 1-0 at the end of one. Stay with us.
Tyler Rodriguez here, joined with Mike Catalano. Mike scored that goal in the first period. Seemed a bit comfortable for you guys out there. What's your assessment on that period?
Yeah, we're just having them in their own zone, cycling the puck, moving it well, getting a lot of shots, and, we're going to hopefully get a bunch more. And he's giving up good rebounds. We just got to bury him.
Good luck the rest of the way. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Is Watchung Hills versus Central. Turnbull starting it here.
So, Hunterdon Central just dumped and checked the puck from Watchung Hills. Missed pass in the neutral zone, ended up in number 4.
Thanks for the cover there, Mariah. Here's Catalano. Oh, he had Turnbull there in the center. Here's Catalano again in a shot and a nice stop by Mulvey. So it'll be an offensive zone draw here for Central. Top line out, it would be Turnbull, Catalano, and Meyer. It's going to be sent in. Here's Joglikar. He's going to try and send it out. Pitak plays it off the boards there. He gets it up to Rozek with Pitak in the center, and that one's a little too high. Millen's able to shrug it off as well. Here's Siffert. Siffert had his pass batted there by a high stick, but comes to Hills first anyway. This one back into the corner. Oh, and here's Meyer. Meyer's the only one back there as he'll go into the corner. Meyer tried to throw one in front there for Turnbull, but it didn't quite get there. Here's Gennaro. And sent back in by Joglikar. McMillan will get on it. McMillan finds Turnbull. Turnbull tried to get it all the way up to Catalano, but that one's intercepted there by Marino. Just back behind the net here. And Flynn will collect it. Flynn, just to play it off the boards ahead for Catalano, but doesn't get past the stick of Lopez, and now it eventually got into the bench.
There was a chippy scrum by Watchung Hills bench over the puck. A draw will be happening soon as the play was bulletin dead by the ref.
This is going to be an offensive zone draw here for Watchung Hills. They're going to have Marino take it here against Easley. Easley wins it back, and this is Pileski who loses it right in front. Oh my goodness, that one almost went right to Blaze Perez's stick. Blaze Perez has been right in the forefront of multiple big chances tonight. He just hasn't been able to put it together. And here comes Perez again. He can't corral it. Perez hits the ice hard, and now this is taken here by Kelleher. Kelleher gets it across to Murphy. Murphy with a shot and a stop made by Mulvey. And then a pile-up happens on the other side, and this one is passed to no one, goes all the way back here for McMillan. McMillan will leave it for Pileski. Pileski's going to stay strong on it here. Pileski finds Easley. Easley is going to work it into the zone here. Tries to get around Dowd. He does. There's a shot. That rebound. Kelleher's stick was tied up. This one sent in by Rozic as Sweet tried to pull a trigger on a hit. Pileski sends it right in front. A big stop by McMillan. He used his positioning there.
Coach Murphy was not happy with the 2 defensive zone turnovers by his own players, and McMillan had to bail them out from that situation, and he did. But no goaltender should have to do that with 2 costly defensive turnovers.
Well, McMillan tonight hasn't had to be too busy, but on that one he had to stay strong. He's kept his positioning. Oh, and a good chance there from Turnbull, almost found the back of the net. Here's a shot from Yarrow that goes wide, and now some nice little play off the boards there from Meyer. Forbes tried to put it back in, and now this one almost finds its way to Rozek. It eventually does, and now Rozek's going to work his way in. He couldn't keep the handle on it. Forbes tried to knock Rozek down, but Rozek stays strong on it. This one comes back. There's a shot in front, blocked away by Turnbull, and now this one will be lifted in, and it will be an icing as Meyer wasn't there quite fast enough, maybe a little too far in front of him.
Hunterdon Central have been able to get out of the defensive zone well, getting to their offensive zone, creating chances. I mean, Turnbull had a great chance if it didn't hit the crossbar. And also, Yarrow had a good shot, just went wide. Pretty much a half-open net.
Dropped back there, and another nice interception from Turnbull, but he can't quite get it past Marino. This one comes down to the corner. Oh, and it's stripped away there by Catalano. And now Meyer will skate against Lopez for that open puck there. And behind the net, staying strong on it, gets to Dunn. Dunn with a shot, trying to get it through the bodies. Here's Flynn. Flynn puts it on net. Mulvey's still looking for it, jamming at the rebound. It has not been frozen yet. No one can get quite on top of it. Looking at to go to the center, there's Turnbull. There's another stop by Mulvey. And now Turnbull will stay with it. Turnbull is going to wait, tries to get around Siffert. Siffert, it eventually gets to Catalano somehow as this is bouncing puck that seems to be bouncing off of everyone's stick. Here's a rifle from Flynn, that's wide. Gets back to Dunn, over to Flynn. Flynn with a shot, another stop by Mulvey. And this will again be collected by Meyer. Over to Dunn. Dunn with a move. Griffin to Griffin. Here's a shot, another stop by Mulvey. And now they're going to be calling, I believe they're calling Watchung Hills here for a slash.
Hunterdon Central is putting on their
It's
first
going to be
power
Marino
play.
going out for the slash.
And Hunterdon Central's putting out their first power play unit, I think.
It'll be interesting to see what they can do with this slash here.
Power play unit consists of Pileski, Turnbull, Meyer, and Catalano, and Easley as their first power play unit.
It's a big power play for them. They had a lot of pressure in on 5-on-5. That's eventually what led to that penalty, and so see what they can do with this kind of control. Here's a shot from Sweet. That one didn't go quite the way he wanted it to, and now this is taken away by Joglikar. Joglikar is able to send it all the way down, and McMillan stops it. Sweet behind the net. He's going to let the play develop here for Central. Sweet will send it up to Turnbull. Turnbull will skate his way in. Protects the puck. He'll wait with it again. Finds Meyer across, and here's Sweet. Sweet to Turnbull. Turnbull tries to throw one in front. That rebound was out in front. There's a shot from Sweet that gets blocked away in front, and now it'll come all the way back again. Man, oh man, you just start to wonder, how are these staying out of the net? Mulvey's having a great game, and just a little bit of puck luck here for Watchung Hills, and this will be a very different game with a much higher Central lead. Siffert almost got, and we actually did get it out of the defensive zone, but Central's able to get right back on it here with Pileski. Looking back here, here's Kelleher. Over to Flynn. Flynn back for Kelleher. He tried to one-time it, but this one came right in front of the net. And another save made by Mulvey. That was off the stick of Carpy, and this one goes off of Kelleher's stick and goes back. Here comes Kelleher. Kelleher is going to come all the way around from behind. Leaves it there for Murphy, who can't quite get on it. And this one comes over to the other side, and as the penalty time expires there, they'll trade Marino for Siffert. And Central comes back the other way now. Siffert tries to knock it out. Eventually finds the stick of Siffert yet again, and now Schneider's almost able to get in front of that pass. Now Blaze Perez, who's had the opportunities for Watchung Hills, settled it there, and eventually taken here by Schneider, who almost is able to get that to Turnbull. And a nice play there from Pileski, but hands are raised. I think they're going to say it wasn't offside.
Hunterdon Central power play got killed off by Watchung Hill. Great offensive chances they had, but puck luck and Mulvaney being a brick wall during that power play.
Mulvaney's been quite good in this one so far.
Yeah.
Looks like they're just one good pass away from blowing this game wide open. Here goes Flynn. He'll try and send it in, but that one is sticked away. That's going to be an offside, as Gorski was already in the offensive zone there. Puck's got to come first. So the faceoff's actually going to be at center ice, despite literally everyone thinking it was going to be at the dot just outside of the blue line.
Yeah, it was pretty unusual.
Gorski can't quite get on it here. Here's P-Tac, had no one with him, and he just sends it across the open white blanket. There's a big hit there from Siffert on Schneider, and now Gorski will try and work his way forward. It's taken away by Siffert. Siffert will send it all the way back in. McMillan will settle it for Dunn. Dunn looking for Schneider. And now Blaze Perez will, well, he got it to P-Tac, but it's taken away here by Flynn. Flynn's going to work it all the way in, and he almost is able to, oh, that one comes out and free, and they score! Troy Gorski off the rebound there, as Mulvey did not handle it properly, and it squirted out. That was just both guys not giving up on the play there. Flynn had the wherewithal to kind of whack at it as it was in the 5-hole of Mulvey. It looked like it was completely swallowed up, but it eventually popped out. No whistle, and Gorski's right there for the loose change, and he knocks it in. 2-0 Central here.
If you're the goalie, it's definitely a bad goal to give up for sure. You should have covered it. Covered it.
Well, I mean, been quite a bit of puck luck, and now they're going to get the hold there for Dowd. He kind of hung on to that one a little too long. So, I mean, Watchung Hills has had quite a bit of puck luck on that power play. You know, they had a couple opportunities that definitely could have gone in that, you know, just kind of found their way to the side of the net or went off a little bit or went off the back of someone's skate. You know, that just stuff that couldn't really control. So there's some puck luck back the other way, as Mulvey thought he had it. He didn't quite have it, and he didn't give up on the play. Here's a shot. Ooh, that had a good chance to go off of Catalano, but it didn't. Pileski looking for Catalano. That one took an awkward bounce off the boards. Pileski almost holds the line here, but Rozik's able to get on it. Rozik and Watchung Hills playing with a little bit more urgency now, as they know they're in a bit of a hole here. late in this second period. Here goes Turnbull. Turnbull's going to work his way in. Turnbull around behind the net looking for Meyer in front. Couldn't quite get past the stick of the defense there. This one comes all the way over to McMillan. McMillan got it to Meyer, who settled it. This one comes all the way back here. It's sent in. Pileski. Pileski had to fight off Rozic. That one all the way, found its way to Turnbull somehow as Meyer kind of poked it up in the sky. Kelleher almost got on that. He's actually slowed it up enough that he might be able to fight for it. He does. This one came to Sweet. Sweet gets on it. Sweet's going to send it behind the net, and here's Kelleher again. Turnbull. Got it back to Meyer. Turnbull fighting with it. Meyer keeping it in. Meyer with a couple nice moves, but it's eventually taken away by Gennaro. Took me a minute there. I had his name. A little bit of a mental lapse there. Pileski is going to knock it behind the net there, and now Fullman was looking to get it. This one comes up to Lopez, but it's taken away here by Central. Lopez ends up on the ice, and now Pitak with a shot and a glove save from McMillan.
That was
able to hold it.
That was some good highway robbery by Matt McMillan with the glove save, showing the rubber. Definitely a great shot, top shelf, but Matt McMillan just knows how to be calm and collected with shots like that, and he showed some rubber.
I mean, he's looked real calm in the net tonight, and he's been able to keep the minimal opportunities that we have seen from Watchung Hills. He's kept them together, and that one real nice save early on in the second period. This one's going to come all the way back to Siffert. Easley is going to be the first one in on him. That one bounced off of Easley and into the netting.
Great offensive zone pressure by Hunterdon Central, trying to make it as difficult for Watchung Hills getting into their defensive zone. And I think Michael Murphy is taking the face-off for Hunterdon Central against Watchung Hills. Hunterdon Central has been doing pretty okay-ish on the face-offs.
Yeah, earlier on in the game, it looked like Watchung Hills was doing a little better on the dots, but Central has kind of been switching around who's been taking the face-offs, and that seems to have been working, actually. This one's going to be sent all the way back. Look out, Blaze Perez is quite fast, but it's going to be off of Watchung's stick last, so will be an icing.
Overheard from a Watchung player saying, hey, it was Central. It was on their own guy. It's not from us.
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying. I mean, looked to me that it went off a Central stick, but I guess the refs didn't see it.
There's a lot of human error when it comes to ice hockey. No one can see every single penalty out there. So definitely refs can make mistakes.
No, you can say that again. They make quite a few mistakes. Now this one will come across here. Forbes sent that one into the bench, so
the ref stopped the play and asked, I think, Turnbull if he was okay with the puck going to his head.
Yeah, Turnbull was just kind of sitting with his back to the play there on the bench, and luckily he's got a helmet on, so
yeah,
seems to be all right.
You don't want 80 miles of vulcanized rubber hitting your head. That would hurt.
Oh, it definitely hurts. Played a little pond hockey, and yeah, it doesn't go quite that fast, but it can hurt. And just as we're talking about that, Watchung Hills goes down, and they scored. Oh boy, what a beautiful goal that one was. Absolutely no chance there for McMillan to get on it, but I mean, it's been kind of brewing for a bit as Central's been kind of slow on it in the defensive zone, haven't been getting it out quite as quickly as definitely coaches want it. So
yeah,
I guess he kind of saw that one coming a little bit there. Central can come on hard here as this period's kind of coming to a close. This one's sent behind the net. You can tell Matt's not too happy about that one. He's had a pretty perfect game otherwise. Really wasn't anything he could have done on that. didn't see who got that. I actually, it was an innocent looking dump in, but turned into something a lot more dangerous. Here comes Turnbull. Turnbull splits the D. Turnbull with a shot, and that one is swept away by Mulvey. Turnbull's turning it up. Oh, and this one, oh, Perez again can't find it in his skates. And now here comes Rozic. Rozic with a shot. Great stick lift from John Flynn to negate that opportunity. This one goes behind the net here. P-Tax there for Hills. Catalano's fighting for it in the boards here. Catalano is unable to get it completely past Fullman, and Fullman sends it wide. Gennaro sent it further in. That one would have been an offside if Watchung Hills had touched it. Meyer pushing his way into the zone. Meyer fighting for it behind the net. Here comes Catalano out with it. Catalano got it to Pileski. There's a shot that was right on the net. Easily handled by Mulvey. This one sent back in front, looking for Catalano to redirect it on net there. This one finds its way to Meyer. Meyer sent it right in front. Now, a little bit of chippiness in the center there with Turnbull getting mixed up with a couple of Watchung Hills players.
During the slot, a broken stick on a Hunterdon Central player. And coaches were not happy with they wanted an interference call against Watchung Hills on one of their players, making them trip around the slot.
Yeah, I mean, it did look a little bit like Turnbull was held there for a little longer than he needed to be held for, that's for sure. So,
like
Harpy with a nice face-off win there. This one's sent in by Schneider. This line has put together a little bit of offense early on. They had the second goal. Schneider's taken to the ice, and now Schneider's getting attacked here by by Marino. No call there, so definitely the chippiness is ramping up here. I mean, it is a playoff game, and then they score again as P-Tac finds an open net in front, and Central just getting a little flat-footed in their zone. I mean, just not staying with it. I mean, Watchung Hills has been doing a little bit of chippiness, and it's been getting to the heads of Central, so Central just needs to settle it here. They're a good hockey team. They know they can win this game. They just need to get their heads back in it. I mean,
yeah, I heard Sweet coming into the bench not happy about the calls. He's like, what the heck is this football tackling going on?
yeah, there's a little bit of, I mean, that's exactly right. I mean, we've seen a little bit of football tackling here from Watchung Hills, but Watchung Hills is doing everything they can to get in this game, and well, they've done it. I mean, as much as you want to complain about the refs here, and yeah, you can complain as much as you want about the refs. They've definitely been a little lackadaisical, but it's just kind of how it's going right now. And it's almost another chance here for Watchung Hills. They almost put it in the net. 53 seconds to go in this one. I mean, this is a game that looked like Central was going to run away with here early on, but Watchung Hills has battled their way back. Maybe a couple questionable calls, but they're still here. They're still in the game, so see if Central can put anything together here off this faceoff. 53 to go. Definitely enough time to bring it down and score. Catalano can't quite get on it. This one's sent back in. Flynn will collect it. There's some speed there from Blaze Perez. He's a quick player. I guess Blaze is the correct name for him.
Yeah.
As he's been blazing around the ice all day today. He's in, and if Blaze Perez, I mean, if he was able to, he's definitely had a couple times where if he had got his stick under him, he probably would have scored. Oh, this one came out right in front again. It's loose in front of the net. There's a guy on it. This one's there still, and the whistle eventually comes. And it looks like they might call the delay of game. I mean, there was a player laying on it for Watchung Hills, and I mean, that's normally a delay of game penalty. I don't know what they'll call here.
Yeah. The refs have been kind of lackadaisical, like you said earlier. They weren't calling interference calls when it was needed. There was some football tackling on our own by Watchung Hills on our own players. Turnbull was held to the ground in the slot. It's definitely not looking good for the refs and Hunterdon Central for sure. I mean, those goals couldn't have not been on the board if the refs did make appropriate calls, in my opinion.
I mean, every team gets bad calls on them. It's just the nature of the game. So, you know, it is what it is, but it looks like Robbie Turnbull's. So the refs did eventually call something, although the signals were a little mixed. Turnbull's going to have a penalty shot here. So with 16.2 seconds, Robbie Turnbull has a really big chance here to send the Devils into the second intermission with a lead. Here's Turnbull. Mulvey has been quite good tonight. Here's Turnbull in on Mulvey. He scores! What a goal from Robbie Turnbull. Beautiful backhander on the top shelf, and he's able to beat Mulvey. So it is 3-2.
This is my first ever penalty shot I witnessed in high school hockey.
Well, they happen a bunch of times. I've seen a couple of them. So 3-2 with 16-2 to go in the second period. This one's collected here by someone not on my sheet. Number 13, the mystery man. Here's Blaze Perez. He'll send it all the way out, and that'll be it for the second period. So Central, we're just going to be back where we started here at the end of the second. It was 1-0 at the end of the first, 3-2 at the end of the second. See what Central brings for the third. Stay with us.
Tyler Rodriguez here, joined with Troy Gorski. Troy, it was a comfortable first period, but then a bit kind of cagey there. That second goal seemed to give you some breathing room, but then they came back. Kind of what happened there in that almost like a bit of a fall there?
It was kind of like, it's hard to say, but I think all of us just kind of like had our momentum going up, but then it just all went down here. We got a little too overconfident, but we're going to come back next period nice and hard, and we're going to win the game.
And so what kind of is thinking, you get that goal from Robbie Turnbull, expect them to come out with a lot of pressure? Do you think it's going to be, what kind of third period are you gonna expect?
Probably a very hard hitting third period. We're gonna try to get a lot of goals, and we're trying to come up on top in this game.
Troy, thank you, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
We're currently awaiting for the puck drop for the third period as the final 15 minutes of the quarterfinals for the Skyland Conference Tournament is occurring. Right now we're seeing Coach Murphy and his team having a bit of a pep talk, trying to get everyone in the right headspace and get everyone right where they need to be and prevent Watchung Hills from scoring goals. Watchung Hills did come back a little and tied the game, but if it wasn't for that interference call at the slot against Watchung Hills, Hunterdon Central is now on the board with 3-2. Puck drop is happening. Turnbull is at the face-off dot with Catalano and Meyer to his wings, and Dunn and Flynn as your D pair. Hunterdon Central just dumped the puck into their offensive zone. And now we have Meyer with possession. Great shot attempt. Just hit the goalie's blockers. Catalano with the puck, skating it through the slot. Ooh, trip on him, but not called. Catalano gets on the puck. Chippy battle in the corner. Watchung has retained possession. Number 4 being Brady Seifert. Get it out of the zone. Shot attempt. Similar to Catalano's, just bounce off the goalie's pads. Turnbull entering the zone, trying to deke and skate the puck in a unique fashion to trip the goalie and the defenders. Watchung Hills loses it to Dunn and Flynn. Dunn with the possession. Loses it to number 27, Alec Rozek. Dunn in the corner with number 12, John Petak, one of their top scorers on this Watchung Hills squad. Easily skates it out of the zone, to the neutral zone, easily. Skating it behind the goal, figuring out who to play it to, trying to create a play in the slot. Easily, and I think Kelleher had a little bit of a puck battle against Watchung Hills in the corner. Watchung Hills getting the puck back, but Pileski was on the read of the pass, skating it back in, passing it into the zone. Easily trying to create a play between his legs. Loses the possession to Watchung Hills. Passes it up. Offsides call on Hunterdon Central. There will be a face-off in the neutral zone on the blue line. Actually, no, they're putting it in the center face-off dot on the red line, separating the neutral zone from Hunterdon Central's offensive zone and Watchung Hills' offensive zone. Watchung Hills wins the face-off against Hunterdon Central. Pileski calls for the puck. McMillan answers the call. The puck gets into the netting. Delay of game with now an defensive zone draw on Hunterdon Central's dot. Could be a great chance for Watchung Hills to capitalize. Murphy's taking the face-off against Julian Jogolkar. Watchung wins the face-off against Murphy. Jogolkar won the face-off against Murphy. And Kelleher with the just getting to skate it out. Drops past it to Michael Murphy. Murphy in the corner, trying to forecheck, cycle the puck, create a play. Rozek getting possession back. Watchung Hills, Kelleher on possession of Hunterdon Central, trying to create a dangerous play in the slot. Met for easily, just the puck dot intercepted by Watchung Hills. Pileski skating up the ice with the puck, but it will wave down as icing. Hunterdon Central has been trying to get back on the board, trying to increase their lead. They once had a 2-goal lead earlier in the second period, but Watchung Hills came back with 2 very greasy goals around the goal line, as one half of the goal was open, and they angled it just perfectly above the blocker of McMillan. Now we have the Turnbull, Catalano, Meyer line with Forbes and Yarrow as the D pair here. Turnbull wins the face-off as it was passed to Catalano. They lose possession, but a chippy puck battle gives Watchung Hills possession. Number 12, John Petak skates it up. Passes it to number 16, Tyler Brock. And Catalano skates it out. Turnbull loses the puck, trying to pass it in, trying to deke through the skaters. Seifert skates it through the neutral zone. Petak with the great chance, but McMillan shows the lever and stops that puck from going in. Currently 11 minutes and 38 seconds in this period. Lots of things are going on. Shots on shots on shots. Hunterdon Central loses the face-off. Great shot blocked. Great stop by McMillan with the blocker. Flynn having a chippy puck battle with Watchung Hills player Brock and I think Rose and Marino. Meyer skates it up the ice. Tried to get a pass, almost trips on the ice from the Watchung Hills player. That would have been a great chance if Turnbull got the puck on his stick. Turnbull has to be careful. We don't want any hooking penalties called. A 1-goal lead is not a comfortable lead to have. You want to at least have a 2-goal or 3-goal lead. Because in ice hockey, anything can happen. Players can come back at any point. So you definitely do not want to have this 1-goal lead cut to be a tie. You want to have a second. You want to have a second goal for insurance. And now Hunterdon Central is playing a man down as Turnbull has a holding penalty. I thought it looked like a hook, but it was hold. We have Catalano chasing after the puck. Dumps it all the way to the other end. It would not be called icing as Hunterdon Central is down a man. It cannot be called icing if you're down a man. Hunterdon Central killed off, I think, about 20-something seconds off the power play of Watchung Hills. A good shot attempt by Easley, just hits the post. That was such a good attempt. A shorthanded goal for Kyle Easley. He's known for that. I think he scored 2 goals earlier this season. This would have been his 3rd. I don't know who's the shorthanded goals leader for Hunterdon Central, but I think it would be him. This goes through the legs of Watchung Hills. It's stuck in the corner with Petak and Pileski. Pileski trying to win back the possession, with Rozek and Keller having a puck battle. And now McMillan shows the leather and prevents any offensive chance by Watchung Hills. The PK unit skates out, and a new PK unit skates in. It's Sweet, Forbes, and Meyer and Catalano. Dangerous chance for Watchung Hills around the slot. Hunterdon Central must be careful. Watchung Hills cycling the passes. McMillan with the stop and the save, with only 35 seconds left in the power play for Watchung Hills. And now, face-off between Brozek and Meyer. Hunterdon Central. Great stop by McMillan, as one of our players got laid down on the ice. Surprised nothing was called. But hockey is a very physical game, so anything can happen physically. Watchung Hills make a switch. They're switching out number 16, Tyler Brock, for number 19, Jacob Fullman. Hunterdon Central switching out half of their penalty kill unit. That was a dangerous attempt by Watchung Hills. Great stop by McMillan. Meyer chasing after the puck. Hits the ref, but great play by Flynn, getting it out of their defensive zone. And the power play has been killed by Hunterdon Central. And now they are at even strength. The Catalano, Meyer, and Turnbull line is back on with Dunn, and I think Forbes on the ice. No, Dunn and Flynn as your defensive pair. Great stop by Hunterdon Central's goaltender, Matt McMillan. In the neutral zone, Watchung Hills gets the puck with only 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the period. So much things can happen. Great pass. Kelleher. No, not Kelleher. Yeah, Kelleher has the puck. Easily skates it through. Trying to create something. Passes it to Sweet. The pass to Sweet was just a little too hard. Easily with the check in the boards against, I can't tell, it was 13. Mystery man of Watchung Hills. Kelleher regains possession for Hunterdon Central. Stretch passes it for Easley. Easley skating it through the blue line, through the neutral zone. Easley with the shot attempt, robbed by number 31, Kiefer Mulvey. That would have been a great shot, a chance top shelf bar down into the goal for Kyle Easley if Mulvey did not show the leather. And it will be Kelleher taking the face-off for Hunterdon Central against number 72 being Paulie Marino. Hunterdon Central trying to get back on the possession. Sweet chasing after the puck, preventing any forechecking. Delay of game as the puck goes out of the play and over the netting. Hunterdon Central will take a defensive zone face-off against Watchung Hills. Number 12 just coming in, John Petak, and replaced for number 16, Tyler Brock. Hunterdon Central wins the face-off. McMillan with the stop. Stoppage in play to prevent anything from happening. A new lines of players are skating in. The Easley, Kelleher, and Murphy line skates out. And the Catalano, Meyer, and Turnbull line skates in. Catalano, Meyer, and Turnbull line has been a very consistent line for scoring for Hunterdon Central. They pretty much have majority of the points of the team. Another player to look out for is Kyle Easley, being a sophomore with 12 points. I think he's the only other player other than that first line in the double digits in scoring. Turnbull with a great shot attempt, stopped by Mulvey. Watchung Hills try to skate it through, stopped by Turnbull, and pass was intercepted. Loss of stick by 44. And Meyer with the goal on Kiefer Mulvey. That was a very delayed celebration right over there, but a great goal either way. Hunterdon Central now leads the game 4-2. Great goal. What a great goal. It was very greasy. Definitely hard to see. Way to go by Hunterdon Central. And Coach Murphy has been on this. You can't let your foot off the gas. You have to stay focused and on the ball. It is Skylands, and this can get you a playoff spot in the state. Dunn to Flynn. It would be not waved off as icing. It would just be a safe puck. Anyone could have played that. Meyer trying to get back the puck. Offsides. A face-off will be happening in the neutral zone. On the blue line. On the face-off dot by our logo. And Turnbull will be taking the face-off. Central wins the face-off as Flynn passes it in, creating a cycle dump and check play. In the neutral zone, Hunterdon Central passes it up. Number 4, Seifert trying to get it out of the zone, trying to skate through the Hunterdon Central offense. Hunterdon Central has been kind of laying off of it, I think maybe because they're switching lines at some point. An icing call is called on Watchung Hills. There will be a offensive zone face-off for Hunterdon Central. New lines are skating in most likely. That's why they were kind of laying off earlier. They're having the Easley, Murphy, and Kelleher line, and Murphy will be taking the draw against number 24, Julian Jogelkar. Coach was not happy with that face-off attempt by Hunterdon Central. Jogelkar and Rozek. McMillan with the stop. On that pluck. That could have been deadly if it wasn't stopped. Great play by Hunterdon Central. Now the Kelleher Easley and Murphy line is still out with Dunn and Flynn. Puck and Watchung Hills. Murphy regains possession. Kelleher. Drop pass for Easley was just too far. Stop by Mulvey. Hunterdon Central still leads with 2 goals in the game on Watchung Hills, and it's currently 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the period. Coach Murphy with a face-off formation change. Hunterdon Central wins the face-off. They're trying to create a play. Flynn trying to get back on the puck. Skates it down very easily. Easily dangles it through the neutral zone. Shot attempt blocked. Another shot attempt blocked again by Mulvey. Whistle is blown. Play is blown dead. As lines are now switching out and D pairs are switching out. The new D pair is Pileski and Sweet with the Kelleher, Easley, and Murphy line. Murphy gets the puck to Pileski. Coach is trying to yell at the players to stay up on the ice and create something. There's a lot of chippiness during this game. A lot of players are tackling one another on the ice. Keller with a great chance. Shot just goes wide and passes the bar. Pileski puts it into the zone. Kelleher behind the net. Warding off number 44, Brendan Dowd. Passes it back up to the point where Sweet is. Shot was blocked by a defender. Sweet covering the puck to stop any further play from happening. Currently with 3 minutes, 56 seconds in the game, anything can happen. And now the Easley, Kelleher, and Murphy line are getting swapped out with the Catalano, Meyer, and Turnbull line. 3 out of the 4 goals were accounted for by this line. The other goals were accounted for by Flynn and Gorski connecting on a good play around the slot. An icing call is called on Hunterdon Central as they ice the puck into their offensive zone. And they're taking a defensive draw. Coach Murphy's not happy. And he is starting to bring their club coaches. Interesting. Hunterdon Central regains possession and loses it in the neutral zone. Hunterdon Central try to corral it with the hands. And they did eventually with Turnbull skating it through the neutral zone. They lost possession of the puck because they didn't know where the puck was. It was in their skates. Puck goes past McMillan, and it's an icing call against Watchung Hills. And there could be some bitterness as Sweet accidentally trips over number 9, which is Blaze Perez. Sweet's coming out, and they switch the players in. It is now Flynn and Dunn as your defensive pairing with the Meyer, Catalano, and Turnbull line. Flynn loses the puck to Watchung Hills. Apparently another icing call on Watchung Hills, I think, as they were before the puck. The Meyer, Catalano, and Turnbull line with Flynn and Dunn taking the face-off against number 24, Julian Jogelkar. Julian Jogelkar wins it for Watchung Hills. Try to cycle it out. Dunn on the puck. Passes it up, but the stretch pass to Meyer. Meyer shoots it in. Stopped by Mulvey with 3 minutes left in the period. Now, Turnbull or Myers taking the face-off. Actually, no. This whole unit is coming off. Everyone is switching units, I think. No. It is a timeout called by Watchung Hills, which is actually a free timeout for Hunterdon Central, getting everyone back in check, making sure that everyone is in the right mindset and that they're not going to take their foot off the gas in the last 3 minutes of the game, trying to maintain their 2-goal lead or even capitalize on it and add a 3-goal lead, a 4-goal lead. And what I'm hearing is Coach Murphy wants his players to be smart on the ice, make great plays, and do not lose the puck to stupid defensive breakdowns. I'm trying to say it PG. But yeah, that's what's going on currently. Hunterdon Central leads 4-2 over Watchung Hills in the Skylands quarterfinals. They're playing Watchung instead of North Hunterdon today because they lost to Pingree 11-1. If they beaten Pingree, they would have played North Hunterdon, which they have beat in the past. One game was 4-2 against North Hunterdon, similar score to what's right now. But Hunterdon Central is playing a more of a tougher opponent in Watchung Hills. McMillan is skating back into his net, into his crease, and the unit of Catalano, Meyer, and Turnbull is getting back on with Dunn and Flynn as your defensive pairing. Turnbull is taking the face-off of Hunterdon Central, I think, against Joe Golkar of Watchung Hills. Catalano with possession. Catalano. Meyer. Turnbull. There's 2 Griffins, by the way, on this team. So when coach is referring to Griff, you don't really know who's he referring to. Tripping penalty on Hunterdon Central as Turnbull is heading into the box. I think for his second penalty of the night, he had a holding penalty earlier in the game. Hunterdon Central is now playing a man down. Empty net goal for Hunterdon Central, scored by Griffin Meyer, increasing the lead from 4-2 to 5-2. Still, even if a shorthanded goal was scored, the power play still continues for Watchung Hills as they're now bringing in their goalie, Kiefer Mulvey, back into his crease. They tried having the extra skater, simply did not work. And it's now Kelleher, Easley, Sweet, and Pileski on the ice. Skated back. Easley putting pressure on Watchung Hills. Kelleher trying to place pressure on Watchung Hills through the neutral zone. Easley as well. Seifert skates up the ice. Kelleher could have intercepted the puck, but good pass by Watchung Hills. Puck goes behind the net. Try to skate it out. Indeed, it does get skated out. Kyle Easley trying to apply the pressure. He is known for his shorthanded goals, as he has 2 in the season, or even 3. But he is known for being a shorthanded goal scorer. With only 1:30 left in the game, 50 seconds remain on the Turnbull penalty. Shot goes above the net. It's like the actual net, like above the crossbar and on the top netting. Sweet with a great puck battle in the corner. Pass was not steady for Seifert. One of the coaches are yelling at the players, trying to tell them, hey, get off of Seifert. Stay in the zone, try to prevent any plays from occurring. They could have gotten the puck out of the zone. Easley with the check on the board. Oh, Easley is going to head to the box, I think, for cross-checking. Oh, no, it's not easily. It was Pileski. Excuse me, it was Pileski. And they're now having a 5-on-3. Easily skating off the ice to... no, wait. Yeah, it's 5-on-3. Someone has to come off, and Callagher is coming off. I think they're having 2 defensemen on the ice and 1 forward. There's 18 seconds left on the Turnbull penalty. Hunterdon Central's just not disciplined right now. Great stop by McMillan on the 5-on-3. McMillan's been bailing them out of this for sure. With 10 seconds left on the Turnbull penalty and 1:52 left on the Pileski penalty. Either way, they're playing shorthanded for the rest of the game. Good stop by McMillan as he stops it, ricocheted off his pads and go behind the net. Hunterdon Central's back on a 5-on-4 as Turnbull just did his time in the box. And now there's 34.4 seconds left in the game, and Hunterdon Central is down a man due to the Pileski cross-check. The ref is having a conversation with Coach Murphy. Players are skating up. I think there was a delay of game, and they're having a defensive zone face-off for Watchung Hills on the power play, while Hunterdon Central has an offensive draw on the penalty kill. Turnbull wins the draw and then ends up losing it to Watchung Hills. 28 seconds left in the game, still enough time to create something for Watchung Hills to cut the deficit by a third. Petak skating it up. Petak with the pressure by Meyer. Petak with the shot. Rubber was shown. Not rubber, leather was shown by McMillan. With 10 seconds left in the game. In the end, Hunterdon Central will still play a man down. Hunterdon Central skates it out, easily trying to chase after the puck for a shorthanded opportunity, but time runs out. Hunterdon Central wins 5-2 over Watchung Hills as they now advance to the semifinals of the Skyland Conference playoffs. I'm Ryan McKeown. It was a pleasure having you guys on HCTV. Thank you and have a good night.
Tyler Rodriguez here, joined with Matt McMillan. Matt, how does that game feel? You know, it wasn't the most emphatic win as we were saying, but you got the job done and you're into the next round.
You know, it feels awesome. Coming off that unfortunate loss against Pingree on Tuesday, this feels like just awesome. You know, moving on to the next round, we just got to take it one game at a time and work from there.
So you'll be playing Pingree on Monday. Yep. Lost to them bad, just the last game. Yeah. What happened there, and what are you guys going to kind of look to change to prevent that?
I think we got to change our effort. We got to work hard, you know, win those corner battles, win puck races, all those. But honestly, if we just play our game like we played today and other games like Westfield and against Borough earlier on in the season, I really think we could beat them and move on to the finals.
And so, kind of what has this season meant for you, kind of in a whole, you know, your first kind of real season here, being the main goalie, the main kind of the player that everyone trusts here after last year being behind Sean Klein. How's the season been going up for you?
I love it. I absolutely love him playing every game, and it feels great. Like, I love playing every game. Like, just being with the boys. It's awesome. You know, I can't really describe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go be with them, Matt, and
Thanks,
good luck
Matt.
the rest of the way. Yeah, but good
Yeah.
talking to you. So that'll do it for us here on HCTV. Stay tuned. Monday we'll have unified basketball and boys basketball from the Fieldhouse at Hunterdon Central. Thank you for everyone tuning in, and have a great night.